Welcome back, everyone. Marco Vargas here with Juan Rojo.
Juan Rojo. Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm Juan.
Juan Rojo is a business development associate at Fifth Sun Pictures. Not sure if you noticed, but this live stream started off with one runner, particularly the person who finished the 30K run first. So this is the first finisher. They were so fast that we actually didn't get to capture them and introduce them, but we actually were able to get that on the live stream. So it's awesome. Hope you enjoyed the first few seconds because we had the first runner and finisher of the 30K SRLA 30K friendship run. And now today, you know, we're gonna start seeing some runners come in and out. I want to just jump into a little bit of a discussion about what is the meaning of friendship with my colleague here, Juan Rojo. I will say we're gonna have some pretty exciting programming coming up. We have a conversation about the meaning of friendship, some trivia questions, interviews with community partners. We'll have a representative from SRLA share the mission and vision of the organization. And then finally, what we're going to have is Of course, seeing all the incredible finishers really get across that finish line, and then hopefully this will be not one, but this will be the one of the not only this will be the race before the marathon. Is that correct, right?
Definitely.
And so this I think we've got a pretty interesting program up ahead, and I think without any further ado, should we jump into it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Juan, Juan Rojo, you and I have had the pleasure of working together for quite some time now, and I think the meaning of friendship can take many forms. I'd like to ask you personally, like, what does friendship mean to you?
Yeah, definitely. Well, friendship to me is a bond that is really personal and where you can share secrets towards each other, and in the long run, you're both going to be together. We have one of the first runners coming up, really fast. Definitely one of the hard, challenging hills coming up and down. Really tires you out in your calves. But Marco, what does friendship mean to you?
I think friendship means a lot of things. I think I'm 22 years old now, and over the years, my definition of friendship has evolved. I think I go back to my days in SRLA as well, and I think about how important it was for me to have a support group, to have people who care about me and who I care about as well. And I think there's that idea of reciprocation, right, where it's like a friend is someone who you can depend on, who will be there for you, who cares about you, and who also reciprocates, right? So that means, like, I think when I talk about reciprocation, right, it's like being able to communicate with each other, being able to be honest and give each other constructive feedback. So yeah, that's a little bit about just in general what my definition of friendship is. And I understand that you had the opportunity to actually run in SRLA so you're an alumni of Students Run Los Angeles, and I know that because we ran together at Nava College Preparatory Academy. What was it, in 2014, we ran together at Nava College Prep. We were both in 9th grade. At that point, I think this was your first run. So let's dive into it, right? Maybe what was it like for you to run this specific run, the 30k friendship run, and then what was your experience overall in SRLA as an alumni?
Definitely, Marcos. The most memorable is going to be those hills. Those hills are really tiring, going up and down. A lot of my friends, it's really challenging seeing them go up and slowing down up that uphill and then speeding downhill, right? But,
There's a double loop.
Yeah, that double loop kills, man. But definitely like that bond where we coming in, pushing them, going up that hill. Hey, we got this, let's go. And that memorable moment when we get that finish line and we finish this race. Marcos, I know you have run many marathons. What would you say, man? You're an alumni of SRLA, right?
Yeah.
But definitely, you're a really fast runner. What is your experience on this?
Well, I think just to talk a little bit, just to appreciate a little bit about this specific course, there's a really beautiful dam, which I think is, I say it's beautiful, but I also think it's like one that challenges you, because like there's the very ending, and I don't know why, I think it's by design, but the very ending is a very long strip. You're running across a whole dam, right? And you see people, there's 2 loops, so you might see people, in their second loop, you might be on your first loop. Regardless of where you're at, there's this long strip, and it almost feels like you're in a desert, right? And it's like, it's sunny, it's hot. You see people running. I mean, I'm looking at it right now. There's so many people right now, who are on their way. I think from the angle we're looking at, people are about 3 miles out, which is about, which is about, do we have a first student coming up? Oh, we have some students coming. As you can see, students are about 3 miles out, and we're going to start seeing more and more students come. Right now, these are students who are finishing at about a 2 hour and 5 minute pace. So that's pretty incredible, really fast. But as I was saying, this course is really unique. That long strip definitely gets you. But I think that's part of what helps with developing a finisher mentality, right? And that finisher mentality is really important. It's something that Students Run Los Angeles really cares about. It's like, what you do here in Students Run Los Angeles, right, it's like you start off, with a goal of running the LA Marathon, right? Finishing, right? Finish.
Big goal.
It's a big goal. It's it takes multiple months for you to prepare for that. And then at some point you have to really remain committed, even after, because you build up certain habits, right? Like attending trainings, right? Speaking to your coach, working collaboratively with your team. I mean, these are all very essential team dynamics, things that I think contribute to what we were talking about at the beginning of this conversation, the meaning of friendship. Anything else you'd like to add on this?
Marcos, well said on that. Definitely we need to be aware of these injuries, spraining yourself, coming up these hills, it really takes its toll, and you've developed that friendship with that someone seeing into next year. If you guys both gonna finish this race and are committed to together, be side by side, this is definitely gonna, strengthen that relationship with each other, saying we both went through the hard time and we solved it out.
Yeah, what would you say, what is, I talked a little bit about finisher mentality, right? As an SRLA alumni, would you say you have a finisher mentality because of the organization or because of your experiences?
Definitely, it makes my goals way easier. If I can do this, I can do this for everything. I got that reward mentality. Of course, Marco, anything is possible. All we gotta do is be decided, committed, and ready to do this.
Yeah, exactly. Love everything you're saying. So, at this point we have parents, right? We've got a lot of action at the vendor booth area. We've got the finish line. We're about 2 hours and 7 minutes into the 30k run. Little quick check from Base Command. How are we doing with time, Base Command? Base Command, how are we doing with time? Okay.
Well, yeah, Marco, much support from here from the families, and even got little dogs as well. So, they're out here. Everyone is here.
That dog works. If we can get that dog on screen at some point, that would be awesome. I'm looking at them there at the we should ask. Later on, we're gonna have a physical therapist, and we should try to see if we can get the dog with us.
There you go.
Okay, let's have the production team. We'll see if we can get a dog on the live stream. But
yeah,
that would be amazing.
Very interesting live stream. But definitely, let's go with some trivia questions. Going up with the first trivia question. We're gonna do. Trivia question. We're gonna go run up into the trivia question number 2. How does it? Well, Marcos, I really appreciate you guys coming up and seeing this live streaming, answering this trivia question. I hope they were fun. Started up. Next up, we're gonna have Melody from Student Demand Action to talk about the fun booth that she comes in here in SRLA. Please feel welcome to come in any of the booths. We have virtual reality, where you guys can even learn about Exponential Destiny. One of Marcos, founder of this. Melody. Thank you.
Come on over, don't be shy.
How's it going, Melody?
Hi, it's going well.
You want to talk about Student Demand Action?
Yeah, for sure. Students Demand Action is a really cool initiative that happens over the summer. It's an 8-week program talking about gun violence prevention. And the program is just trying to help students learn about gun violence prevention and safety, especially in communities that have been historically impacted and just don't get a lot of resources. So what the program tries to do is tries to help students get more acclimated into the environment and just trying to bring resources. So some ideas that we're currently navigating or pitching are having like community events, art shows, And at the end of the program, you guys actually get to have the opportunity to scale your own vision for gun violence safety. So that's just a little bit about us.
And what is your role in the summer leadership academy?
So right now I'm a program associate, and basically I'm just helping students prepare to make these really cool initiatives. So the program is student run and youth led. So right now I'm just preparing students to, help actually build that model and help more students come into the program. So basically I'm just helping put all events together and training folks.
I understand you were a formal Student Demand Action, right? How was that? How was that experience?
I wasn't formally a part of Students Demand Action, but I did have some experience last year in the Summer Leadership Program as a program associate. And last year was really cool. We went to many different places. Like we went to, we were like scaled at like Detroit, Tampa, Nashville, just a lot of really different places. Yeah, so we scaled this model across, and especially just having its roots here in Los Angeles. Los Angeles program was really amazing. So we just hope to continue that movement.
Where can we find this information?
You can find it in the vendors booth. So if you're curious or just want to learn more about it, you can definitely head out to our vendor booth.
Awesome.
Yeah, no worries.
Definitely look at fitsonpictures.com.
Yeah, and then just to clarify, Students Demand Action is a division of Everytown for Gun Safety, which is the largest gun violence prevention nonprofit in the country. Not only is Everytown for Gun Safety an awesome organization, but it actually represents more than 6 million gun sense volunteers from all across the country, really all fighting to prevent gun violence, and particularly in low-income communities that are disproportionately impacted by gun violence. So there you have it. Melody Cuemas, a program associate with the Summer Leadership Academy. The call to action that I've been asked to give you all is that if you have a student who is 14 to 18 years old who might benefit from a leadership experience, and something to clarify is that no advocacy or prior community organizing experience is required for your student, your child, or maybe even you if you're the student, to apply. Again, if you're 14 to 18 years old and you're passionate or interested in fighting against gun violence in your own local community, there's a program here in Los Angeles just for you. It's called the Summer Leadership Academy. And interestingly enough, all you have to do is text SUMMER to 64433, and you can fill out a short 1-minute application, and Melody Cuevas, program associate, as well as the rest of the Los Angeles core team will reach out to you. Again, text SUMMER to 64433, and you, your child, can apply to the Los Angeles Summer Leadership Academy. And if there's anyone watching who's outside of Los Angeles, and if you want to bring a Summer Leadership Academy to your community, then you can email students@everytown.org.
Really committed people we need to, really dedicated into this program, and hopefully we can hear from you guys soon. Next up, we'll bring up Doctor.
Yeah, let's bring out the physical therapist. And so right now, let's go ahead and take a little short break. Let's check out the finish line. We're going to have some runners, and let's see if we can get the physical therapist on the line. So we'll be right back.
That dog too.
And the dog, hopefully. Yeah, the dog, yeah.
Good.
que ya están muy cansados, pero con la energía de nosotros, ellos tratan de correr lo más. Piece of advice for those who are finishing runners: do not stop. Keep going.
está llamándome. Muéstrame el camino que yo voy. Tú eres el imán y yo soy el metal. Me voy acercando y voy armando el plan. Solo con pensarlo se acelera el pulso. Oh yeah, ya me está gustando más de lo normal. Todos mis sentidos van pidiendo más. Esto hay que tomarlo sin ningún apuro.
Good job, runners. Way to finish strong. Once again, keep moving those legs when you're done running. Keep walking. You don't want to cramp up. And a big shout out to the coaches and the teachers to take the time to train the students.
Si te pido un beso, ven dámelo. No sé qué estás pensándolo. Llevo tiempo intentándolo. Mami, te estás mirándolo. Sabes que tu corazón conmigo te hace bam bam. Sabes que esa beba está buscando de mi bam bam. Me pruebas de mi boca para ver cómo te sabe. Quiero ver cuánto amor a ti te cabe. Yo no tengo prisa, yo me quiero dar el viaje. Empecemos lento, después salvaje. Pasito a pasito, suavecito. Nos vamos pegando, poquito a poquito. Cuando tú me besas, con esa destreza. Yo que eres malicia con delicadeza. Pasito a pasito, suavecito. Nos vamos pegando, poquito a poquito. Y es que esa belleza es un rompecabezas. Pero para montarlo aquí tengo la pieza. Despacito, quiero respirar tu cuello despacito. Deja que te diga cosas al oído. Para que te acuerdes si no estás conmigo. Despacito, quiero desnudarte a besos despacito. Firma las paredes de tu laberinto. Hacer de tu cuerpo todo un manuscrito. No quiero ser tu ritmo. Que le enseñes a mi boca los lugares favoritos, baby. Pasar tus olas de pelo hasta provocar tus gritos. Que olvides tu apellido. Ahora demuéstrame. Pa'lante con su movimiento. Y si la ves, bailando es la favorita. Si la ves, como suelta la cinturita. Si la ves, aquí no andamos en sentimiento. A mí lo que quiere es fuego. Modérame ese pantalón caliente. Tú quieres que tú no te hagas la boca. Aviso de su nave y estoy pendiente.
Sound check from Command Center. Okay, fantastic. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for continuing to stay engaged online at the 30k SRLA Friendship Run. I'm here with Cassidy Smith. Cassidy, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure, I'm Cassidy Smith. I'm the Marketing and Communications Associate for Students Run LA.
Well, I've had the pleasure of working with Cassidy on a couple live stream events. You know, this is the first time we're working together in the season, but we've got some pretty, big ideas for the next season. We'll get there when we get there. For right now, though, I'd love to learn, what is the mission of SRLA, Students Run Los Angeles?
Yeah, so the mission of SRLA is to build character, increase goal setting and mentorship opportunities for students through the training and completion of the Los Angeles Marathon. Yeah.
How has your experience been, being a part of the organization, especially in your role?
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing to be part of the organization. I mean, you see students start this season and become transformed by the time they ran the marathon. And as marketing and communications, I get to talk to students, I get to share their stories. So it's really special to be able to see how students transform and what they learn by training for a marathon.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, I'm a living testament myself of what happens when you run an SRLA run. I did not 1, 2, but I did 3. 2013, 14, and 15. So proud. Interestingly enough, we were able to share some testimonials from students and coaches at Thomas Jefferson High School and Clinton Middle School. If you didn't check out live stream number 1, part 1, it aired at about 7:30 in the morning, a little early for some folks, but highly recommend. You can hear firsthand what it's like to be a part of the organization and what it's like to be an actual student and coach. One other question is, do you have any message for any folks watching about how they can potentially support SRLA, any community partners or financial supporters?
Yeah, so SRLA runs on the support of our community. We're always looking for volunteers to help on days like this. We also are we're a nonprofit, so we're driven by donations and support from community partners. So you can go to srla.org to learn how to get involved and come out and volunteer and support SRLA. We can't do it without you.
100%. And I want to personally say thank you so much to SRLA for all the impact it does to students, even to students like me who are an alumni. I will say that I'm excited about where SRLA is going. Right, every year the organization gets a little bit bigger, and it's because of the support and ongoing, relationships that we have with different community members. So, do you have any final message that you'd like to share with us today?
I want to say thank you to you guys for being out here and supporting us and sharing our students' success. And thank you to everybody from watching. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the LA Marathon is next month. Any tips there?
Yeah, the LA Marathon is on March 20th. This is our final race, so wish our students luck. Come out at the LA Marathon and cheer, and good luck to everybody running.
Yeah, there will be a booth at mile 22.
Yes.
Right? It's called what is that booth called?
So we'll have our Running Them In booth at mile 22, cheering our students on and also supporting. And we'll be at the finish line. We'll be at the start line. You will not miss SRLA on Marathon Day. Trust me.
Yeah, just look out for the students who are wearing the bright yellow neon shirt. So thank you so much, Cassie Smith. What a pleasure to be working with you. And then next up, we have another community partner who will be on shortly. Thank you, Cassidy. And
Hello guys, welcome back again. Right here we have Vital for You and we have a host.
My name is Nadia Reese.
And who is this lovely?
This is Buster. He's a 110-pound Labrador, and he's a bundle of love that loves to cuddle.
Wow. Okay, well tell me about your Your business, Vital for You, what is it?
Yes, Vital for You. It was started in 1987. It started out with energy and supplements. And right now they have launched the electrolyte line, which is called the oral rehydration formula.
Why do you partner up with SRLA?
We partner up with SRLA because we like to give back to the community, especially our Latino and minority community. And it comes actually really close to my heart because I used to be an SRLA coach when I was teaching high school biology. So there's a lot of stories of like running and endurance, going for our goals that we're really passionate about.
So why would you recommend electrolytes to these athletes, to these runners? Why do you think it's essential for them to take this?
Well, electrolytes are very, very important for a lot of physiological mechanisms that happen in our body. So our body cannot function without electrolytes. And so on a daily basis, we lose electrolytes in our sweat, in our urine, in our breath. So it's important to replenish those electrolytes. Now, drinking water all day, every day is good for you and it's important, but sometimes our cells don't absorb all the water that it can. So putting electrolytes in that water helps it absorb faster and better. And so then we can get hydrated much more better.
Definitely. Do you know if there's any long-term effect for this, very beneficial long-term effects?
For electrolytes, yes, because if you're just hydrating your cells well, then your cells are going to be able to work better because then they'll be able to fire their muscles, they'll be able to fire your nerve impulses, they'll be able to stay nice and firm. Because again, when people are dehydrated, their skin starts to go, their collagen starts to go, they start to get cramps. Your nerve impulses are also connected with electrolytes. So if you don't have nerve impulses happening in your body, that's how the cramps will start happening.
Awesome. Well, guys, please feel welcome. We have a booth over here, Vital for You guys. Can we get some tricks from Buster?
Oh yeah. So
Okay.
Buster,
Hey,
Buster,
Buster.
come.
Buster.
Come on. Buster.
Look at this. Entertaining. Wow, look at that. Hey, really, this is one of a kind dog, man's best friend. Women as well, everyone in gender. But hey, guys, feel free to come talk.
Announce one more thing.
Oh, go ahead.
We want to announce one more thing. We are giving away something on Vital for You. If you go to follow us at Vital for You on Instagram, Facebook, we are giving away on February 28th a $250 gift card and also a month's supply for 4 winners of electrolytes. So check us out. Make sure you're following, and that giveaway is next week.
Awesome. Okay, guys, yeah, you got it there. You got Buster. We got the host right here. So, feel free to come into the booth. Thank you for coming in and tuning in.
Bye.
And we are live. This segment will be in Spanish. Bienvenidos todos. Estamos ahorita en la corrida de SRLA. Estoy aquí con Madeline Peña, con el departamento de la Biblioteca Pública de Los Ángeles. Madeline Peña, ¿te puedes introducir?
Buenas a todos. Estamos muy contentos de estar aquí apoyando este evento, Students Run LA, y somos la Biblioteca Pública de Los Ángeles. Estamos aquí, las personas pueden venir y obtener su tarjeta de biblioteca completamente gratuita y con la tarjeta tienen acceso a libros en la biblioteca, pero también desde su casa, libros electrónicos, ayuda con las tareas para aquellos estudiantes en línea, tutoría, bases de datos para que los estudiantes puedan hacer sus trabajos de investigación, películas, clases en línea y muchas cosas más. También tenemos regalos a las personas que están aquí participando del evento. Tenemos libros gratis, así que vengan a visitar el stand de la Biblioteca Pública de Los Ángeles.
Definitivamente. Bueno, muchas gracias por introducirle. Tengo unas preguntas muy breves. Entiendo que en el último año nuestro mundo, todo el mundo ha sufrido sobre la pandemia, pero me gustaría conocer un poquito sobre qué recursos ha proveído el departamento, la Biblioteca de Los Ángeles para estudiantes como los que están aquí de SRLA.
En la biblioteca tenemos varios recursos para apoyar el éxito estudiantil para los chicos, ¿verdad? Uno de ellos es que todos los estudiantes del sistema unificado, el Distrito Unificado de Los Ángeles, automáticamente tienen su tarjeta de biblioteca asignada. Aunque no la tengan físicamente, es parecida a esta, pero tiene otros colores. Es muy fácil con la tarjeta acceder como te digo, a la tutoría en línea. Entonces los estudiantes tienen tarea, tienen un trabajo, un proyecto de investigación, necesitan a alguien que les ayude a entender algo de las matemáticas. Se conectan en su computadora, entran su tarjeta de biblioteca y su clave y ahí luego van a tener ayuda en línea con una persona como un tutor que les va a ayudar con esa tarea. Eso es un servicio que es excelente y se lo recomiendo a todos los padres. Otras cosas, tenemos muchas colecciones digitales, como te digo, los libros electrónicos, los audiolibros, todo esto para apoyar lo que es el entretenimiento, el crecimiento, la diversión, la imaginación de los estudiantes fuera de lo que es la escuela. Pero también tenemos muchos recursos para los jovencitos que están haciendo sus tareas, que necesitan información que no es simplemente lo que está en la Wikipedia o lo que aparece en Google, sino son recursos que son correctos, que están verificados, escritos por expertos, digamos como enciclopedia o ya materiales, primary sources, ¿verdad? Para que los estudiantes aprendan a investigar, a encontrar información que es verídica y real. Aparte de eso tenemos nuestras bibliotecas, las personas están abiertas, tenemos 73 bibliotecas en toda la ciudad de Los Ángeles, ya cerca de aquí tenemos la sucursal de Pacoima, tenemos también a Panorama City, es decir que las bibliotecas están abiertas, ahí hay computadoras, hay internet, hay zonas estudiantiles donde los estudiantes pueden ir a la biblioteca, sentarse, imprimir sus tareas gratuitamente y los bibliotecarios les van a ayudar. Y cualquier cosa que escucharon que les estoy diciendo y que no entienden, van a la biblioteca y ahí les van a ayudar. En la biblioteca de Panorama City y en Pacoima tenemos personal que habla español también.
Bueno, me encanta todo lo que estás hablando, porque la biblioteca fue un recurso que yo cuando estaba en la secundaria usaba todo el tiempo. Me encantaba ir a la biblioteca central ahí en el centro de Los Ángeles, está muy grande. Si hay estudiantes que están oyendo este video o están viendo este video, pueden ir a esa biblioteca, es como un museo, hay tantos recursos como ha comentado Marilyn, y creo que este año nos ha enseñado que es muy importante que continúe el aprendizaje. Sin embargo, los retos que pueden ocurrir con la vida, incluyendo una pandemia mundial.
Sí.
Entonces aquí tengo mi tarjeta pública, y yo estoy listo para ir a leer, pero también si ustedes quieren utilizar los recursos de la Biblioteca de Los Ángeles, también pueden usar los recursos en el mundo digital, porque hoy pueden leer audiolibros, pueden hasta adquirir
en tu teléfono.
en tu celular.
La biblioteca en mi teléfono y cualquier información, nuestro sitio web es lapl.org/español. Si la quiere visitar en español, si no lapl.org. Es el sitio web de la biblioteca y es como una sucursal virtual. Sí. Tenemos muchas cosas para los padres, si los padres quieren aprender inglés, si quieren aprender sobre finanzas personales, tenemos programación virtual en línea, horas de cuento, etcétera, etcétera. Sáquenle provecho a su biblioteca, es completamente gratis, no hay que pagar nada y estamos para servir a la comunidad. Así que eres bienvenido, ve a tu biblioteca y allá te esperamos.
Sí, bueno, muchas gracias, Marilyn. Aquí estamos escuchando del Departamento de Bibliotecas aquí en Los Ángeles. Y si ustedes no han tenido la oportunidad, por favor, agarren su tarjeta de la biblioteca gratis. Y si tienen algunas preguntas, pues pueden ir al sitio web.
Muchas gracias, Marco.
Muchas gracias, Marilyn. Y ahorita regresamos con una entrevista con un physical therapist.
Gracias.
Gracias.
Hello guys, welcome back. Coming back from a short little break. So right here we have Dr. Alan Leckgoat from Leckgoat Method Physical Therapy. Any words on that, on your profession, doctor?
Absolutely. First and foremost, it's an amazing profession to be in, to be giving so much back to people who need our help and who could benefit hugely from the kind of hands-on, one-on-one care we do. These days, in the era of corporate medicine, to be able to meet people one-on-one and take care of them is incredibly rewarding.
Thank you very much, doctor. So why do you partner up with SRLA?
Two major reasons. First of all, the kids need to be taken care of, and not all of them have access to a high level of medical care, particularly physical therapy. And I believe that we can offer so much more to them. And number two, our particular philosophy at Leckgoat Method Physical Therapy is don't just address the symptom, figure out the underlying problems behind the symptom. What that means is caught early, we can address a lot of structural issues that may affect them in the future early on and prevent any injuries and improve their athletic performance now when it's still not too late to avoid problems.
Very interesting, Sad. Very interesting. What would you say is the common effect when it comes to these runners right here?
The primary issues with runners we see as usual is knee, hip, and ankle problems. And usually it's attributed to shoe wear, muscle weakness. However, what we find is vast majority of them are related to structural issues such as pronation, leg length difference, often prior injuries that not been appropriately addressed, which eventually end up in compensations that cause injuries. And if we address the underlying problems, we've just increased the running efficiency, speed, and longevity for many years to come.
Wow. Well, that's quite a long-term effect, doctor. What would you say with this COVID-19, these new variants, people that already been infected and caught with COVID-19, what effect does it give to physical therapy? How is that affecting with physical therapy?
At Leckgoat Method Physical Therapy, we've seen increasing number of patients who have had COVID, thought they have recovered, just to find out that some of the seemingly unrelated symptoms were related to COVID. A lot of the issues we've seen is muscle contractures around the rib cage and back and shoulders due to COVID, affecting people's ability to move and ability to breathe. They stretch, they exercise, they think it's enough, and yet we find when we do hands-on physical therapy to improve their mobility, they quickly show improvements in all those categories.
Well, definitely an effect when being caught with COVID-19. Please feel free to come into the booth right here, Leckgoat Physical Therapy. Do you have any office you want to shout out? Any Instagram?
You can follow us on Let Goals Method Physical Therapy Instagram link or Facebook, same name, Let Goals Method Physical Therapy. We provide a lot of useful information there.
Yeah, definitely. As a personal, I actually went to. You actually did a little exam on me, and I would be surprised. I felt like it was magic. He did something with my heels, and I felt more relaxed. I felt even my back straighten up for some reason. It felt really a magical moment, and I really want to suggest you guys to come here, and if you have any injuries, any cramped up, maybe the doctor here can examine you and let you know what you need to get that full recovery. Well,
and that is the best way to experience the difference. It's all theoretical until we get our hands on you. Once you experience the difference, you'll understand how important it is to address the underlying problems.
Definitely. Please feel free to come in and see the doctor here, Dr. Lego, right here down on the left side of the booths in the parking lot. Thank you so much for tuning in.
your number, I call you up. You act like a don't hit for wrong. I don't have no trouble with you, but I have a little problem with you not with me. Baby, you know I'ma take care of you. But you said you got my baby and I know it ain't true. Isn't it good thing know it's bad? For good or worse, it makes you switch. So I walk all over with my dressed out. Put away your kid style. Cause you won't be having that in this house. Cause now could be your style. Now that you heard my calming voice, you couldn't get another broken voice. If you wanna look good and not be bully, yo, you better give me that money.
Hey, baby, I got your money, don't you worry. I said, hey, baby, I got your money. Hey, baby, I got your money, don't you worry. I said, hey, baby, I
look pretty though in my video. Old dirty on the hat and I let you all know. Just dance and you pull up in the Holy Ghost trance. If you stop, I'm gonna put a killer hands in your pants. I'm the ODB as you can see. FBI don't you be watching me. I don't want nobody cause I put you down in the ground where you cannot be found. I'm just turned on trying to make some money. So give me my streaks, ain't give me my honey. Radios play this all day, every day. Recognize I'm a fool and you love me. None of you better look at me funny. You know my name, I'm getting my money.
Hey, hey, baby, I got your money.
Sing it, girl.
Say hey,
Sing it right
baby,
now.
I got your money.
Everyone is hey. I think y'all give us some money.
Baby, I got your money.
So she got a little money, need a big boy. Put up 20-inch blades like a little toy. Now it's everybody fucking need a decoy. Shorty mixing up the vodka with the liquor. G-Wagon, 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 G-Wagon. All the housewives pulling up. I got it all in toys. 720 years, the Fall Out Boy. What's up, in the beginning? But I'm still unforgiving. I know I'm just want to see me winning. See the hit go in my mouth and I be grinning. Hundred bands in my pocket, it's on me. Going deep when I roll the key on me. Get more bottles, these bottles are lonely. It's a moment when I show I got them saying, wow. Hundred bands in my pocket, it's on me. Going deep when I roll the key on me. Get more bottles, these bottles are lonely. It's a moment when I show I got them saying, wow.
Hello guys, welcome back again. Right here we have Jared for Move for Mind. Jared, what is your business? What are you advocating for?
So Move for Mind is a nonprofit that promotes running as a tool for improving mental health. It's something that most runners, if not all runners, recognize. Generally, we feel better after we run than before, but it's also been scientifically proven that exercise, and specifically distance running, can have a positive effect on stress levels, on depression, on anxiety, and a whole host of other mental health related issues.
Definitely. I really relate to you on that calming down, relaxing sensation of that running, you know. As almost like a good exhaust, right? Like a good exhaustion, a good feeling when.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly the exertion of going through something is, you know, it's going to get your blood flow going. It's going to get your mind focused a little bit more on what you're doing. I mean, obviously, if you look at all the students and you know, supporters here running this, you know, 18-mile race, you're going to need to be focused, and you're going to need a good amount of resilience too. So one thing running teaches you is that, you know, life's not always going to be easy. A run's not always going to be easy. There are hills as well as valleys. So being able to put through that and come out the other side and know that, you know, it may not have been your best effort, but you still accomplished something. You got through something.
Do you have any tips to give out to people that have difficult having to run, having to start running, having to find the motivation to running? Yeah, it can be tough. I would say start slowly, and one of the things that, you know, I'll go on that. Start slowly in that, like, you don't have to feel like you have to go from doing nothing to running even a 5K right away. It's a marathon, not a sprint. It takes a long time. So just devote the time to it. Go easy on yourself, be gentle on yourself, both physically and, like, don't beat yourself up if you had a bad run or you couldn't get as far as you wanted. And the other thing I would say is find other people to run with, because social running has also been shown, you know, scientifically to help people with mood, with anxiety, but it's just, you know, common knowledge. Most runners know that they're able to go farther, maybe even go faster when they're with a group of people than when they are on their own. Definitely. This is why we need friends, you know, that friendship building, that one-on-one motivation is definitely essential to get that running. I definitely agree on that. You know, we both keep ourselves on check, we get that. Why did you decide to partner up with SRLA? So SRLA is actually one of the first organizations I reached out to when I moved to the LA area a few months ago. And it was just because I thought their mission was so perfect. Like everything I just spoke about there about teaching people resilience, right? There's no better way to teach them resilience than, hey, let's train for a marathon together. That takes a lot of mental toughness, that takes a lot of focus, that takes a lot of understanding that there are going to be obstacles that you need to overcome.
So I loved the mission right away, and I saw SRLA as a potential partner in our mission of using running not just as a means of benefiting people physically, but also benefiting the whole person, overall health.
Awesome. And who else would you like to be partnering up? I see SRLA is a great kind of to be partnering up with. Any other people in mind?
We've ever since I've been here, we've had a great relationship with the Fleet Feet running stores in the area. There's one in Burbank, there's one in Encino. We actually do monthly runs at each store where we'll do kind of a shorter run, kind of choose your own pace, choose your own distance. You could even walk if you want. Then we're back at the store about 45 minutes later for a discussion about running and how it relates to mental health. And we've had a few so far, and they've all been really just powerful.
Definitely. Where can we find contact on you? Where can we look you up?
So moveformind.com is the website. If you want to follow us on Instagram, which I'd greatly appreciate, it's at move_for_mind.
Definitely. Great shout out to all these runners right here, man.
Oh yeah, I mean this has just been incredible. From the moment they all went off, like it's just been an awesome.
Fastest 3 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God. Definitely takes time. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Thank you so much for having me.
No.
Way to finish with your coach. Good job. Once again, thank you to the coaches and the teachers who put up the time and effort to guide the students into running 18 miles and eventually 26.2 miles at the LA Marathon. So kudos to you teachers and coaches that make this possible for the students.
Say
Hello, this is Marco Vargas here, back with my friend and colleague Kevin Vega from Exponential Destiny, which is a metaverse educational nonprofit 501c3. Kevin, how's it going? We were able to interview you for part 1 of the live stream, but I wanted to make sure you had the opportunity to share again part 2, and as well to just give us an update on what's going on at your table.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for the introduction, Marco. So again, my name is Kevin Vega. I work with Exponential Destiny. We're actually a nonprofit. So what we do is we work with school districts all around the U.S. We've completed projects for the Broward School District. We're currently working with Chicago, the Chicago Public School District, and what we're doing here is we're introducing a pilot program to the LA Public School District, specifically to LAUSD. So we're here looking to identify 2 to 3 key schools to work with and actually bring this pilot program to LA, right?
Yeah. And you know, this Los Angeles pilot program, can you tell me about how is it organized? How do students apply? And of course, what does the pilot program aim to achieve? What is the outcome?
Thank you. Yeah, so if students want to apply, they could go to our website, exponentialdestiny.org. Again, that's exponentialdestiny.org. They'll find all the information they need on there. And basically what this program is, we really want to change the way education is focused and is just executed, right? In public school districts, we found, and studies have shown that when students are in virtual reality, they're a lot more receptive to the lessons they're learning, right? So we're focusing on this model. So we really want to focus in bringing virtual reality to these public school districts. And specifically, we like focusing on low-income communities, right? Because I know personally, I came from a school in South LA, so I know schools don't really get opportunities like these, right? So we want to focus in low-income communities, right? And another really cool model about our company is that not only do we show them how to use VR and upload these lessons into VR, we actually identify key students from every project we work with, right? And actually reskill them and employ them in our company, right? Because it's 2022, right? All these jobs, all these future jobs, they're gonna have to do with the metaverse, they're gonna have to do with 3D printing, all these futuristic stuff, right? So we're really prepping students for the future we're reskilling them, and then we're employing some of them. So that's what I really like about this company and the model, you know, the nonprofit model that we have. Yeah.
You know, and I think it's a fantastic model. I know the Los Angeles pilot program has the support of Mesmerize, right? Mesmerize is a United Kingdom-based company. Shout out to Mesmerize for being a generous supporter and donor of Exponential Destiny. I'm very, very proud of the work Exponential Destiny is because I am a part of also. One exciting announcement that I love to just quickly chat about is that, like, in, you know, literally next, in less than 1 week from now, you know, next Thursday. Literally. What day is it today?
This Thursday.
Today is
it's Sunday.
We will. Where will we be going? Let's give some exciting updates to the viewers.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. So this Thursday, the executive team at Exponential Destiny is actually traveling to Switzerland, Geneva to be specific, and we're going to be giving a presentation at the United Nations. Right? We're going to be talking about how to use the metaverse for good, specifically how it relates to SDGs, right? And how the public can participate in a global competition, right, using SDGs and the metaverse. So I'm really excited for that. I know the team's excited, and it's a pretty big start for the company. Yeah.
And you know, to be clear, it's a nonprofit. It's a nonprofit company. It's a 501c3 nonprofit. And when we say the executive team will be traveling to Geneva, Switzerland, I mean it's like literally folks like Kevin and I who are 18 to I think the oldest 22 years old. You know, from communities like South Central Los Angeles, Baltimore, and Detroit, coming together, right, to explore the educational and career opportunities of the metaverse. Now, the metaverse might be a term that I think a lot of people might have trouble with. I know the definition that I like to use that I think is really accurate is that, immersive and experiential digital experiences. That is how I would define the metaverse. I know that Facebook made a really interesting announcement, a few months ago. They totally rebranded from Facebook to Meta Platforms, and that was a huge shift. And one thing that I'm very, was kind of surprised, but also not surprised, is that like we were already doing a lot of development in the metaverse. Working with a variety of corporate partners, and also, of course, with different school districts, notably Broward County Schools, which is the sixth largest school district. And so the fact that like as an industry, right, like so many different players, you have Apple, Facebook, which is now Meta, Microsoft. I mean, you have every big technology player who is investing a large amount of resources into the metaverse. And so in the work that Kevin and I are doing, I'm a board member of Exponential Destiny. That's why I'm very enthusiastic about sharing. Like there's just so much coming ahead. There's all these emerging technologies, and I think one of the things that you and I, and the executive team are very strongly committed to is that, like, as opportunities continue to grow in the metaverse, right? And I'm talking about opportunities happening now. It's very important that low-income communities, low-income students, low-income adult learners, I think are first in line, are prioritized in making sure they take advantage of all the career and educational opportunities taking place in the West. Because without that, we're just going to have another, essentially another version of the internet that is not equitable, right? I mean, we already have a lot of socioeconomic equity. And I think when I go back to today's event, we're at the SRLA 30k friendship run. Friendship, right? Friendship, I think, is synonymous to me with community. Without friendship, you can't get to community. And so friendships like the ones we have, friendships like the ones that we are helping build through the Exponential Destiny 501c3 nonprofit, I think are really important. So if we could just talk a little bit about what does friendship mean to you, Kevin, and how are you helping build friendships in Exponential Destiny?
Of course, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, at Exponential Destiny, co-working, like with your coworkers, being friends, like it's a really big deal at our company, right? So what we do is we have yearly Exponential Destiny company retreats, right? So last year we actually went to Jackson Hole, Wyoming as a team. We rented hotels for the team, and we had like activities, right? Where we really got to know the team, And I feel like knowing your team and being friends with your team is a huge part of your company's success, right? Because if you can work well together, and especially if you're friends with your coworkers, you're gonna have a good time and you're gonna be productive. So I really think I think friendship is important, especially when it comes to businesses, right? And that's something we really like promoting here at Exponential Destiny. Yeah.
Yep, friendship, and if there's anything that we want to get out of today's event is that friendship is important, it matters, and it's what SRLA is all about. Yeah, of course.
Cool. If I can say one more thing, we're looking for high school students right now to be part of our program, right? So if you're looking at this and you're in high school, please visit exponentialdestiny.org and fill our interest form. online, and we'll send you an email and reach out and get you involved in this program, because I really wanna give this opportunity to more people. You know, like I know other things it's done for me, and I want other students to experience, you know, and to go through this program and learn about the metaverse.
Of course. And I know that we have, one last thought. I know we have a colleague of ours who's not currently on camera. His name is Juan Felix. He's currently tabling, doing virtual reality demonstrations live here at the SRLA vendor booth section. It's pretty fascinating. I know you have to run and get back there pretty soon. But we wanted to give you just a glimpse of what was going on at the virtual reality demo booth here at the SRLA vendor section. And you have Juan Rojo with his Oculus 2 virtual reality headset. Juan, are you still with us here?
I'm in another world, man.
Juan is in another world, and literally, that's literally the best way to describe it. He is experiencing a whole nother world, and that is what the metaverse is about. And thank you so much for demoing for us, Juan Rojo. We have another colleague of ours, Juan Felix, who's at the tabling booth. So I know you have to run, but any final message for our viewers online?
Yeah. Please visit us at the booth. It's a black tent over here at the vendor section. Please visit us. I'm happy to talk to you guys and share more information. Thank you for the interview, Marco.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
And, if you like, you can go and take your.
Thank you. How was it?
I don't even. Where am I, man?
Yeah, there's normally like a 10-second buffer, coming back into reality, so you'll be fine in 10 seconds. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thank you guys.
Thank you so much, Kevin. Everyone, Kevin Vega, Exponential Destiny executive. And if you have any questions, feel free to visit exponentialdestiny.org. Is that correct?
.org.
Okay. Sounds great. And then
thank you for your experience,
we'll go ahead and hopefully you can come back at another event.
Yeah, of course. I'll be happy to be back.
And then of course, the Los Angeles pilot program. Apply. Go to exponentialdestiny.org. If you are a student, apply to the LA program, because this is a very unique opportunity where you can advance your career, tenfold, and then some, and you can become a part of a community that really wants to, focus on career development and particularly help you understand how the metaverse, can bring opportunities to you and your family.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much,
Hey
Kevin.
guys, drop in with him.
Yep, 100%.
It's a crazy world, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then so have a great one, Kevin. I'm gonna go ahead and stick here with Juan Rojo to just chat a little bit more about what's going on with the SRLA 30k friendship fund. Let's get some updates.
Thank you guys so much.
Have a great one. Have a great one.
Okay.
Okay, sounds great. And then how are we doing, production team, on the air? Okay, sounds great. And then how are we doing at the finish line?
A
lot of runners, right?
A lot of halfway mark, would you say?
Yep. Do we have the main feed on, by the way? Okay, so we're on there.
Quite a lot of runners. I see a lot of people giving really strong finishing right here.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about what we're seeing. We have a. Sorry, I'm getting feedback on that. I wasn't loud enough. I see that we have a lot of runners, right? At this point, what's the timer? Clock is running at 3 hours and 27 minutes, and we still have a wide variety of runners. And I love that they're coming with a lot of motivation. If you remember as an alumni, that last what was it? The last
uphill. That's up here.
Yeah, that last uphill. It's hard. It's hard. It really is. But maybe we can move a little bit more to the left. I'm getting feedback from the production.
Definitely seeing some people up on the hill still walking it out, but some other people you can see giving it a strong. Definitely coming in. Hopefully this downslope, helps them out and go down the hill, finishing faster, feel more encouraging. We have more people over here coming in. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, let's be careful just with the cameras that the production team is sending me. And I like you said, there's a lot of runners still coming by. From my understanding, the minimum, the requirement to continue running is 60 minute mile pace, and the reason why is because the next run is the Los Angeles Marathon, and the Los Angeles Marathon does have a firm cutoff time. I believe it's 16 minutes as well, maybe 17 or a little bit more. And it's very important that students today qualify. That they finish with under 16 minute at a 60-minute mile pace, because otherwise they run the risk of being of not being able to finish the LA Marathon, since there is a bit of a time event.
Really important to keep that pace. This is why we train hard, Marco. This is why SRLA trains hard. We have each school has their own coach, motivates them very well. I'm really proud of these people. I'm really proud of all these students pushing in. They give a lot of work. Marcos, let me ask you, what was your fastest time in marathon? I know you
Well,
were fast, man.
I knew you were gonna ask me at some point. My fastest time, not to be braggadocious, I wasn't that fast either. I know that there's a lot more faster runners out there. I think my fastest, let's see, it was definitely under 4 hours. So that's a very, and I was probably what 15, 14 years old at the time. So that's pretty fast. Considering my age group, I was at uh, 3 hours and I think 51 minutes or 49 minutes. I'm having a hard time remembering, but I remember it was under 4. And to me, it just meant so much because at that specific run, it was hard. I was running. I think I started to feel a little bit of, of slight pain, normal runner pain.
Really?
Nothing too crazy, like you start getting tired and fatigued. It also gets progressively hot during the day. As a LA Marathon, you have and just like any race, you're here at like 7:30 in the morning. It's cold. You have a sweater on, and or you don't have a sweater on. You just have your SRLA neon yellow shirt on, and then it's a little cold. But then you start running. The blood's pumping. It's hot, and then at some point you're like, okay, it's time to it's like getting hot, and then the sun comes up. And that's when you start feeling the heat. And like right now, I'm getting a little hot standing here. I know I'm gonna take a little shade break in a second, but like it's it's quite amazing. The LA Marathon is coming up. We're excited. 60-minute mile pace for students who are finishing right now. Excuse me, not that these students have a 60-minute pace, but that is the requirement for students to finish on time.
Can I ask? How is it important to get the diet for the upcoming, race, 15K, 5K? How is the diet important to you? What do you used to do? What do you recommend?
Yeah, well, I'm not an expert at running. I think it's been a while. Maybe there's some other practices now, but I know that carbohydrates are very important for running. A lot of potassium, bananas, carbohydrates, pasta. Something that I loved about my SRLA experience every year is that my SRLA coaches would organize a team dinner the day prior to the LA Marathon, so that way we could carb up. And I remember, I think the year we ran together, we went to a pasta restaurant with, did you go?
Mr. Syke, right?
Yeah, with Mr.
Syke from Indiana, right?
Yep. There was
just for the carbohydrates. Really,
yeah.
Really enjoyed it. Spending time with everyone, chatting up, catching up, getting excited, pumped up for the race. That's definitely, this is why we have this friendship run. This is why we have the SRLA, this to get these bonds together. Really great opportunities here, for any injuries as well. You see, there's a lot of available booths up in here. We had electrolytes and many physical therapy, many organizations in here. Please feel free to, drop by. Also have, fun activities like virtual reality. Awesome, guys. Really appreciate it. Back to you, Marcos.
Thank you so much, Juan. So at this time, we're going to go ahead and take a little bit of a break. If we can, we're going to try to find the person who finished first, the first place finisher of the 30K friendship run. We're going to see if we can find them. If not, we also have some plans of bringing on some other potential community partners and or some parents and students who can actually share their own experience. And so stay tuned, stay online, make sure that you're watching, keep a close eye to the finish line because we still have an incredible amount of finishers who appreciate your support. We appreciate your support, and we want to thank you for your continued online engagement.
Definitely a lot of districts here, a lot of LAPD cadets is also well here. Many stations, each categorized, and then LASD, right?
Yeah,
really big.
Shout out to the LA cadets for providing water throughout the race.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can find them in the booth over there and helping stations. Really useful, Shout out to LAPD, shout out to SRLA, Community Runway. Catch you guys later, huh?
Yeah. Bring you all later. We're gonna go enjoy some music, maybe grab some water and some shade, but we'll see you soon. Okay, and then production team, are we good to get off camera?
Remember, runners, when you're done, keep walking straight ahead until you make a left, and you'll have water and your medal. Again, once you're finished, walk all the way to the end, make a left, and you'll have your medal and some water.
Si yo le hablo en español, pero se aprendió la canción a la perfección. Mi patria por mi nación, ninguna discriminación. Aquí no hay raza ni religión, bailalo por obligación.
Las mujeres me las como el vapor, en la playa bañado en sudor. Los bikinis te quedan mejor, tú eres mi amor, Cada vez que veo ese booty yo me quedo loco. Tú le das trabajo, mami, que mucho se ahogo. Como tú lo mueves en el mundo, lo mueves loco. Dale, dale, baila lo loco. Como tú lo mueves en el mundo, lo mueves loco. Dale, dale, baila lo loco. Como tú lo mueves en el mundo, lo mueves loco.
Calentamiento global, anda suelto el animal. Mano arriba el que es real. El calor.
Porque rematamos con los niños, la soba
key. You know the roof on fire. We go boogie, 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 jiggle, wiggle, and dance like the roof on fire. We go drink drinks and take shots until we fall out like the roof on fire. Now baby, give a booty naked, take off all your clothes and light the roof on fire. Tell her, baby, 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 I'm on fire. I tell her, baby, 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 I'm a fireball. Came I conquered, or should I say I saw I conquered, I came. This little chico on fire, he ain't no lie. Well, y'all slipping, he's running the game. Now big bang boogie, get that kitty little nigga in a nice little shade. I gave Susie a little pat up on the booty and she turned around and said, walk this way. I'll say every word of my name. I'm best, you Fireball.
Fly like the wind runners. Make sure after you're done with the race, you keep walking all the way to the end. You'll get your medal and your water. Just keep moving once you're done with the race.
Espera, que se espera, que te va. Espera, que se espera, que se
the marathon?
If you're stamping up, we suggest you stretch and you keep walking. Keep moving, keep moving. You're almost there, you're there. Good job to all the runners. Is not a joke. It's a long distance. And we're happy to see everyone finishing. Congratulations to all the runners that have finished so far. For those who are finishing currently, great job, way to finish.
Angel face, I love your smile, love your ways, I like your style. What can I do to get closer to you? Don't think twice, I'll never to them. Don't take advice, don't ask me when. Just look my way, simply kiss me and say, hands up, baby, hands up. Give me your heart, give me your heart, give me hands up, baby, hands up. Give me your heart, give me your heart, give me all your love. Looking at me, stop right here. Don't waste your time, all your dreams. I'm matching mine. No use to play hide and seek for me. Hands up, baby, hands up. Give me your heart, give me your heart, give me hands up, baby, hands up. Give me your heart, give me your heart, give me all your love. Let me be your Romeo, your wonder boy, and your super jet. Let me take you to the Milky Way. On a holiday, follow me. Oh, why don't you follow me? Just on my way, simply kiss me and say, hands up, baby, hands up. Give me your heart, give me your heart, give me hands up, baby, hands up. Hey everyone, don't forget, in the last 30 minutes, stop by the Red Vital for You booth. They're giving away free hats, shirts, free water bottles. Come by and just show us you're following us on Instagram, and we're giving you free hats, shirts, and water bottles. Red Vital for You booth. Thank you.
a quick reminder, if you're at the finish line waiting for someone, just make sure you're not blocking the runners who are finishing. So that way they don't have to stop all of a sudden. runners. You have one job to do. That is to cheer.
She was more like a beauty queen from a movie scene. She don't mind, but what do it mean now?
I love to see friends and family competing against each other to see who will win. But we're all winners. Good job, everybody.
cosa suena y la cosa y la cosa suena Scooby-Doo, y el pum 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 pum, y el pum 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 pum, y el pum 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 pum, y la cosa suena Scooby-Doo, y el pum 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 pum, y el pum 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 pum, y el pum pum y la cosa suena Scooby-Doo, y el pum 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 pum, y el pum 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 pum,
Here with Juan Rojo. We have been co-hosting the SRLA Friendship Run. It has been such a pleasure to be here and to be invited by SRLA. Any final thoughts before we close the live stream?
30K is
30K,
definitely
yeah.
a struggle right there. Definitely, you know, congratulations, shout out to everyone that made it out. You know, I see a lot of people with injuries, but you know, they made it through. They made an effort. You know, shout out to everybody that's been supporting each other. You know, shout out to that friendship. This is the friendship run after all. You know, shout out to them. Shout out to the friends. Make sure to give a a pep talk to your friend. Say thank you for motivating me. You know, congratulations, guys. You know, it takes a lot of work to get to here, and we're really expecting you for the marathon. You know, easy. It's gonna be easy for you guys.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see you at the Los Angeles Marathon live stream events if you're joining us digitally or in person. Thank you so much for being engaged throughout the part 1 and part 2 of the live stream. If you have any questions, feel free to contact SRLA.org. My name is Marco Vargas.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, and that concludes our 2022 SRLA 30k friendship run. Have a great one, everyone.
Congratulations, guys.